How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, first I would like to thank Craig J for emailing me this article. So anyway, my royal family, we are familiar when white supremacists wear this type of garb, and the purpose of it is for intimidation. So this is part of America's ugly history. And you can see that they continue to display really what it is they're fearful. So they want to project their fear on the royal family. That's why the enemy do what the enemy do. So let's go, where we'll start. Okay. So anyhow, this article that Craig J sent me didn't surprise me, but it just ceased to amaze me. The times that we are in, information literally comes in a millisecond. It's a lot just literally in your hands. You literally, with a cell phone, your cell phone is like a walking dictionary. You can watch movies, whatever you want to do on that phone. I mean, we some different times, because I can remember we would have to go to the library. So our royals are getting information real fast. So they're advanced in some sense. In some sense, they are desensitized, and that is the goal of the enemy, to desensitize us in this system that things are, I had quoted earlier, when things are highly dysfunctional, they will support it, and eventually it's all a psychological thing. We get comfortable around it, and that's not healthy. So I have an article to read. So this article I'm going to read is The Heel. And yes, the title again is true and correct. So anyhow, school administrators in Dover, what's it? That's North New Hampshire, are investigating a video that shows high school students in class singing a song with the refrain, "Let's kill all the blacks." The video, which surfaced over the weekend, shows the students singing a jingle about the Ku Klux Klan to the tune of Jingle Bells, according to Foster Daily Democrat. The students reworded the Christmas song as part of a U.S. history class assignment, drawing widespread outrage and sparking an investigation. Boy, they are bullshit with them investigations. The minute-long video showed two students singing the song to the class, drawing laughter for their classmates. School administrators sent a letter to the community on Monday saying they are looking into the matter, calling it an incident of extreme racial insensitivity. While the incident was part of a classroom assignment dealing with the Reconstruction period in American history, the impact was harmful. Dover Superintendent William, William Herbin, that's the best I can pronounce it, said, according to the local newspaper, the incident took place when a 11th grade history class studying the period after the Civil War was engaged in a class activity of selecting an event from the era and creating a jingle to go with it. The students did not know they were being recorded and are not being identified by the school districts, Herbin said. He added that he did not think the students had malicious intent and were attempting to complete the assignment. So you're protecting them. It was unclear whether anyone would be disciplined according to the newspaper. Right now, it's getting the message out about what occurred and what we need to do differently, and what can we learn from this, and how do we change our practices for the lesson learned so that everybody feels accepted and wanted here. Hybrid said. Damn, I can't pronounce that last name. I'm going to leave it alone. So, superintendent has a lot to say, and we all know my royal family. When the enemy fucks up real bad, they go straight in damage control. We already know this. Now, we know if it was our royals that pulled a stunt like this, they would have smeared them all over America. They would have even went as far as to expose their parents. They want to find out anything that they can. Remember the incident when our royal son was at the zoo and he fell, and the pit with the gorilla, and the white supremacists were extremely upset because the gorilla was killed. And then on top of that, they dig up our royal son's father record, and he was not even at the zoo. That's how they get down, you know. So with these investigations and all this other bullshit, it's all about controlling the narrative and getting the lie right. Because, okay, these are 11th grade students. They know what's the hell going on. And I would even question my teacher when I was in junior high school or even elementary if something wasn't right. My parents made me aware about this system. And the last thing that I'm going to say before we get into these 3 videos, remember I told y'all a while back, my royal family, when my oldest son Delbert was in junior high school, I received, he handed me a letter, and in his social study class, they wanted my son to play a slave, and they wanted the white kids to play the slave master, and they felt that if they played their roles, that they would know how it feel for black people to be subjugated and ridiculed. I said, that's some bullshit. And this was a predominantly white school, and I said, absolutely not. My son will not participate in no bullshit like that. So they proceeded on with their assignment before the entire school, and my son sat in the library. I told that story many a time to people, and a lot of people didn't believe me. And then what we got going here, this bullshit. In fact, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, short weeks ago, a white student came to class in some KKK garb, and I think Lisa Cabrera did that, here it is, did that story, and the teacher encouraged the behavior, and so they suspended her. You know how they get down in America. So I have 3 videos to play the royal family. Let's get into it deeper.
Get jingly at the Made in New England Expo. Experience the incredible array of New England-made products. Find handcrafted gifts for the home and garden. Discover sauces and spices for the cook in your life. Surprise someone.
And tonight, a Dover teacher on paid leave as that district investigates an assignment sparking controversy in the community tonight. A video of one group's project shows students singing about the KKK to the tune of Jingle Bells. WMUR's Jessica Moran is in Dover tonight with all the details.
Dover school officials are investigating the circumstances surrounding a video of students in a classroom singing about the KKK and killing black people. We spoke with one of the students involved in that assignment.
I want them to know that it was not our intention to offend anyone. We were simply trying to make a factual reference to the KKK and their history.
A Dover High School student trying to explain the video of him singing about the KKK, burning crosses, and killing black people. He says it was part of a school assignment. Dover High School's 11th grade U.S. history class was learning about the Reconstruction era after the Civil War. The student says he was assigned a project involving Jingle bells and the KKK.
We were just trying to bring to light the terrible history of the KKK and about what they did to, well, just people throughout all of history.
In a portion of the video, you can hear students laughing. The student we spoke with said the laughter wasn't about the contents of the song, but about the strange situation surrounding the class project. More than one student involved said the teacher told them not to record the projects, but one did just that, saying she was offended.
Ignorance, it's very rampant here, and I think people just need to learn how to address these things better. And I don't want any ill intent on the student. I know the kid and he's a good kid, but I think the way he presented that information was totally wrong. And I said it. I had to walk out because I was so frustrated.
School officials are investigating and determining if anyone involved should be disciplined.
This is definitely not the culture or climate that we want in a school. We want a place where all students feel safe, feel accepted, and are honored for who they are and what they bring to scenarios.
Superintendent Harbron says the principal has already met with the students in that classroom, and they are currently planning on how to meet with the rest of the students. In Dover.
All right, my royal family. Now, before I start the next video, the question that I would ask is, why are you hiding? You notice when they get busted on stuff, they want to go in deep hiding. And we know that they will be protected too. And did you hear what the student said about the KKK? He was saying that the KKK terrorized everyone. No, they terrorized us. Now, you had no damn problem singing your KKK song, but then when you're interviewed and you were in hiding because we don't know who you are, you won't even acknowledge that that since y'all supposed to be learning history, that was strictly for the royal family to, unquote, keep us in our place and terrorize us. So he's going to say others. And he should have said black people, or he could have said when black people were in slavery. See, it's something suspicious about this bullshit, because if you are up front, show your face. Why are you hiding? You said it was all innocent. When they make grave mistakes, it's all a big tragic mistake. Like Botham Jean. Oh, oops, a tragic mistake. Yeah, a mistake is when you drop a glass and break it. But you can't make mistakes like this. It impact people's lives. So that's how the enemy sum up stuff. Oh, gee, golly. But when it comes to us, they know how to execute everything swiftly, and they bring the gauntlet down on the royal family. When we make a mistake, oh yeah, and they'll focus on us, and they will be extremely harsh. But then we're supposed to have great understanding, and we're supposed to pacify them, and we're going to have talking sessions. We're past fucking talking. We're past that shit. Y'all do the same repetitive shit. Y'all shit is dead, rotten, and stinking, and fucking predictable. So let's continue on, my royal family.
Story, we have new details about a classroom controversy.
The sound is a bit low.
Everyone, I'm Phil Lipoff.
And I'm Shannon Malaire. Tonight we're hearing from the student who actually recorded the racist song as she describes the moment her classmates performed it for the class.
Our Michael Rosenfield joins us live from Dover. Michael, why did this student post the video?
Phil, that student says she was afraid nobody would believe her if she didn't have the video. She also hopes this will lead to a wider conversation about race here at Dover High School.
Hey, KKK, KKK.
A history assignment at Dover High School in New Hampshire gone awry.
KKK, KKK, no longer politics.
The assignment in an 11th grade U.S. history class to change the lyrics to a Christmas jingle to tell a story about Reconstruction, the period after the Civil War. Two of the students in the class choosing the KKK as their topic and altering the lyrics to Jingle Bells, using phrases like "let's kill all the blacks" and words like "grand wizards" and "burning crosses."
I went to the teacher. I said, I'm not really comfortable with these lyrics. I don't know why they need to sing it. I don't know why they need to present this in such a insensitive way.
Classmate Chloe Harris recorded the video.
Thought, if I don't record this, this is going to be the only evidence I have that this happened, because otherwise the teachers will just say, well, whatever, and they don't deal with those issues in Dover, so I thought I need to record this.
Harris, who's biracial, says she was stunned by what the two boys came up with for their project. As the students recited the song, classmates can be heard laughing in the background.
When everyone was laughing, I got really frustrated because I was like, why are you guys laughing at this? So I had to walk out of class. I was like, I'm disgusted by this.
The school district calling the incident harmful and one of extreme racial insensitivity.
What we're trying to do is to figure out what is in this video that is a valuable lesson for our entire school community.
Chloe and her family fault the teacher more than the students.
I think it was not well thought out by the boys, but I think they were doing the assignment given to them by their teacher.
The teacher is off the job for the time being while the school district investigates the entire incident. School officials will not say if the two boys who sang the song will be disciplined.
All right. I mean, the bullshit is real. So, my royal family, now we will listen to the entire KKK jingle bell song, I guess, if that's what you want to call it.
Through the streets, white masks on our heads, blood beneath our feet, laughing till they're dead. Ha ha ha! The clan that was formed was 1865. Got shut down within 10 years, but we'll come back alive. Hey, KKK, KKK, let's kill all the blacks. Burn across on their front yard and hope they don't come back. Oh, KKK, KKK, no longer politics. Keeping civil rights inept is our true new world gift. White supremacy only got unmasked by John F. Kennedy. Recruiting dropped to none, but we cannot be stopped. It's far too fun, so come along and watch those black folks run. KKK, KKK, let's kill politics. Keeping civil rights inept is our new world gift. Now that we have left the country with these scars, there's no way they can go to school without hearing of us. Grand wizards left behind, one great big legacy. We're here to stay, big shoes to fill in this society. Oh, KKK, KKK, let's kill all the blacks. Burn a cross in their front yard and hope they...
All right. So we heard that bullshit. And all right. So something that stood out to me, my royal family. What stood out to me was when the young lady was speaking, she said the teachers don't deal with stuff like that. So we know what that meant, because the kids know how the school really operate. Now they can talk about transparency and write those generic letters, and we hear them all the time, but they don't mean shit, because when shit like this pop off and students try to get help, the staff 9 times out of 10 greatly fail the victims. And in good conscience, there is nothing, nobody can tell me that this was a innocent mistake. You remember, my royal family, I did a video a while back, and also Lisa Cabrera did this video too, where there were, I think these kids were like maybe in the 1st grade, and they had to do some little play or skit or whatever, and it was like 20 students on stage, and everybody's filming it, and they had these little like fans, the kinds that you use in the church, and all of them were blackface.
Game on.
Oops. What we got going on?
Are you suffering from low power syndrome?
All right, excuse me for that. Let me continue on. So the students were on stage with those little paper masks they were holding, and all of them were blackface, and the lips were big and red. And what astounded me was nobody stopped it. And it was a lot of black kids up there holding it. That would have been my child. I would have raised the roof off of that motherfucker. You don't sit there when you see some shit highly dysfunctional because you don't want to embarrass yourself or make people feel some kind of way. It's addressing it immediately. Immediately. Because when the enemy get their hands on it, they got to go away and come up with that lie. And they got to make sure certain people are fully protected in the fuckery. But remember this, my royal family, that's what they supposed to do. I've been saying this. I know some people here new to the true royal family. I have said often, everything that the enemy is supposed to do in this war, that's what they really supposed to do. And that's how they supposed to execute it. Now, the question that I ask is, what are we supposed to do in the war? We all got our parts to play. And this shit ain't fair. And they don't operate on fair. And they don't care that we are fair and balanced. And they don't care that we just want to have peace. They don't care. That is their true nature. So when we step it up and do what we have to do, because the divine hand is doing what the divine hand needs to do, that would speed this process up quickly, because we are done with the same ass repetitive shit. I got pictures up here in black and white in this bullshit that let you know how far they have elevated. You know, they kind of tell you, when people get money, it refines them. Look at Donald Trump. He's a definition of a true nigger. He got nigger ways. Oh yeah, we're going to keep it core on the true royal family. When I get finished with you, you're going to feel this message. And I'm not going to say it in a way to keep you comfortable. We got to put a whole lot on it. This shit is real. And these people are very clear, again, in their intentions. And we must take on the spirit of the Sentinese tribe so we can be clear on our intentions. We waffling. And we got to have a don't give a fuck attitude. We have demonstrated on the four corners of the earth who we are. So we need to dismiss something within ourselves for a minute and deal with these motherfuckers. Because ultimately, in the end, we are upholding this shit. And stop waiting for them to stop. We stop it. And individually, we do what we have to do. Like I often say, I don't leave nothing off of the table. It's according to the situation. And my husband said, never, ever, ever let them get away with doing whatever negativity that they are doing to the royal family. So my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.